Hello everyone and welcome back to day 5 of the build. I did a lot of work today. Added one last detail to the scene. I know I said in the last episode that I was only going to do a little bit more. Or, no, I'm sorry. I said I was done for now. But I added one last little feature, a secondary car, so that way while this one is going, while the one all the way over here is going, this one all the way over here will be going at a slightly different pace, so that way this one is seen a little bit more, even though the player won't really be able to see them that much. So yeah, that's all I added outside. It's all about the inside, and you can see a bunch more of these things. If you're wondering why I have it built this way, it's easier for me to organize whenever I can see what is what. And yes, it says for like ceiling lights, I made these, so yeah, but like ceiling light 13 and 12. But yeah, this was one of the things that I made, simple ceiling light. I just added a frame that matched the ceiling. Then I added a box or a cube that had the glass texture that I used right there, as if referencing like the power's out. And then I built on the conference room with a projector. It's very simple. And a whiteboard, which this is literally just a regular cube. Like this right here, this part is just a regular cube untextured. Eventually I'm going to go into like something like MS Paint or Photoshop and create like a cool whiteboard texture. Can't talk today. Okay, let me organize that. And then into the big part of what I did today. I've fully decorated, or not fully decorated, I guess you could say fully built the office. The first area will be the working room where all the employees will work for my amusement. Everything here is modeled. Like I made it all myself. I didn't use anything, so they look really crappy. Like, for instance, the little swivel chair. It's got a big seat. I figured if they're going to be working all day, they might as well have some comfort. The computer is fully modeled. The only thing that's different is the keyboard. I made them myself. Yes, there is a lot in organization. Yeah, the keyboard is textured with a nice keyboard image I found online. Let me just tell you, before I even started this recording, I had to halt. I was ready to record earlier, but I wanted to add some more details. For instance, the words above all the computers, like computer 7, 6, 5, 4, blah, 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 they were not only disorganized, but they were all out here. So whenever I dragged the original computer, which is right here, when I dragged it in here, I dragged the model and not the empty that I used to parent it together, so that way it wouldn't warp any of the things whenever I needed to move the computer. Yeah, this little block right here is the quote-unquote PC area. Eventually I'll add textures to it, to all of them. I made a classic PC, you know, the one with the box in the back. That's what I grew up with, the old-fashioned ones. So I figured it'd be a nice blast from the past. And right here, I did the same technique I did with the ceiling lights, but instead this is going to be used for a picture frame. And right now I only have 3. I'm going to have a lot around the office, but I'm going to go into Photoshop maybe sometime next week and start designing some really cool ideas for some posters, maybe some inspirational, maybe some that are kind of terrifying. Because, you know, you don't want your corporate overlords to believe that you're not working, right? So yeah, I want it to be kind of sinister feeling with some of these posters. So yeah, and yes, I did do the reflective glass on this. It's kind of hard to tell, but when you're in game, it's easier to see because it reflects the light. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be working on this office. I don't know if I want to turn this one into an office or a break room, because then I could turn this into 2 offices right here. And yes, I finally decided to start the next floor's doorway. I had to put a door here because whenever I played around and in the playing. Whenever I pressed played, it was just open up to the abyss, and you could just fall right into the abyss. So this weekend, I will start building the stairway leading up to the second floor, where it will just be an open room. And I'm going to copy the terrain I have right here. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to, or not terrain, the plane that I made first. I'm going to copy that, bring it upstairs, but I'm going to change the texture from a carpet to something else. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out in the future. But I'm looking forward to building the stairway now that I got a Pro Builder, as you can see in the bottom right corner. It does make a lot of things easier when it comes to 3D modeling, which I'm decent at, as you can see, decent, not perfect, but you know, practice makes perfect, as they always say. So yeah, I think I have a better idea of the story of what I want to do before I press play and show you guys around in the actual scene. I imagine, excuse me, I imagine you're like a janitor who's working at a game company, and you were finishing up your job when the power went out, and now you're trying to make your way to the power to the breaker, but it's as if someone had sabotaged it, because all the keys to the rooms are now misplaced in different areas, and you have to figure out, or you have to get your way up, down to the breaker, or up to the breaker, whichever way I plan on building it, you know. But this is just an idea so far. Eventually, I might add on more on detail. I really do need to take like a day of like, during the weekends when I'm not working, just think of a good story. So my beta story is kind of terrible, I know, but it's what I got right now. So let's get into what this world looks like at this current moment. Let me pull the actual scene, make sure the lighting's the fog is on. Go to game, full screen it, and now the darkness has arrived. But as you can see with the ceiling lights, it looks really nice. Kind of gives me like a backrooms feeling. I don't know about you guys, but you can see that the world is coming together now that I got a whiteboard and a projector and stuff. This room's starting to look a little bit better. And now the offices are looking a lot better. At least this office. I do have one little problem with collision on here, so I'm going to have to go back and fix the collision, which shouldn't take that long. But eventually I'm going to add more detail in the future whenever I finish all the rooms. This is as far as I'm going to go into the room. This took me about a few hours to get everything perfect. I know I could just copy and paste everything, which I did with the desk, but everything else I had to readjust because, like I said, the computers were all misaligned. Like this is technically computer 1, and that's computer 2, but 3 and 4 were out of order. This entire row was out of order, and this entire row was out of order. So I had to reorganize it because it bothers me when things are not, you know, organized correctly. It was the same thing with a projector. The word projector on it was way out into the void, so I had to adjust that. I had to fix the projector a little bit. And yeah, that's all the stuff I did today. Like I said, what I plan on doing is after all the rooms are decorated or after all the rooms are built and we got fair enough progress on floor 2, I'm gonna add more detail into each of the rooms. You know, make them pop a little bit more. And yeah, that seems about everything. But let's see if we can get if we can see the cars. Let's see. Yep, yeah. See, there's car number 2 now. It's speeding down the way. It has a shorter time to wait before the animation loops again. As you can see, that one's a lot slower. Car number 1, and then car number 2 should. Yep, there it is. Car number 2 is on its way. I wanted car number 2 to be a little bit faster. Eventually, I'm gonna add 2 more cars. I'm gonna add a bus that goes, let's say, 12 seconds 12 seconds after car number 1 goes, and then a bus that goes a little bit after car number 2. I haven't determined exactly how long I want that bus to go, but I'm gonna make sure that they don't collide and cause a car accident. You know that because that's terrible. Anyways, let's get out of this. Yeah, that's everything I did today. Hope everyone enjoyed my my progress as it's progressing. I hope to eventually turn this into a. There we go. Turn off the fog. There we go. I hope everyone enjoys the progress. Eventually, I would love to turn this into an alpha, or just some like project that can turn into a game that I can maybe release on Steam, and then people can give me their input and tell me what they think about it. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I hope everyone enjoyed their day, and I look forward to the next episode to show you guys how far we've come. Everyone have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to y'all later.